The aforementioned Bill Hanzlik joining us on short notice. Billy, thank you for joining us, Altitude Sports TV anchor and reporter. How's morale in Denver today?
Morale is probably it's a good thing. There's a lot of time between game 2 and 3. They don't play till Friday night, so the Nuggets need that mentally more than they need it physically too. But yeah, they took a whooping last night.
I'm wondering, though, and maybe it's not fair to the Nuggets. It felt like Minnesota cracked the code a little bit on what to do with Joker. Naz Reid guarding him. You don't have Rudy Gobert last night. Or maybe we reading too much into one game here?
No, I mean, they've done a good job on him. It really, you have to start way back in the backcourt. I think that their whole system against the Nuggets is to shorten the shot clock. So they pick up full court. They do. Murray's the primary coming up, although Joker will dribble it up once in a while. And they'll mix. They'll put McDaniels on them. They'll put Alexander Walker. They've even had Anthony Edwards on full court pressure, turn him 3 or 4 times, make the first pass difficult. So the shot clock is down when it gets to Joker. They're doubling him most of the time fairly quickly. First dribble, a lot of time you say on the pass, on the paint, what's going to happen there. But their length has made it really, really difficult for Nuggets to get any kind of easy looks.
Is it fixable?
Yes. I think A, you got to get the ball up quicker. I think B, the Nuggets are getting out of their system a little bit in that they're trying to do too much one-on-one. You've got to drive and kick till you get a good look. So, yes, I think they can be better. I think if you look on the bright side, what's good for the Nuggets? Well, they played 2 really good single halves of defensive basketball. So they can do that. But you need a full game of that. And, Minnesota's got 106 both games. That's not, world beating. So if your defense is a little better and you can straighten out some things in offense, I think you got a chance in these games that Minnesota's manhandled them.
Anthony Edwards' game reminds you of who? Wow.
Kind of unique. Kobe Bryant, maybe, in that he plays both ends of the court. He can get his shot when he wants to get his shot. Willing passer, but his physicality, along with that athleticism, is just tough to defend.
I like that you didn't go all the way to the end of the line and say, reminds me of Michael Jordan. Now, you didn't go too far towards, you're almost at the end of the line when you say Kobe. He reminds me a little bit more, Reggie Miller and I discussed this, of Dwayne Wade with a better jump shot.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good analogy. Golly, you think about him, Dan, you go, 22 years old. I'm a big believer. Usually the first 3, 4, 5 years, depending on your age in the league, you will get better. And then you kind of plateau and you keep it, for another 5 years, and then you begin to decline. Well, this guy's still got upside, and he'll be in the MVP consideration next year for sure.
Who does Joker remind you of?
Nobody. He's in a unique, his combination of skill and I can't think of anybody. And I guarded big guy. I guarded Kareem, Olajuwon, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, a lot of guys like that. But his ability to see the court or see plays before, I'll take that back. One slight little bit, just because size is a little different, 3-point, Larry Bird. Larry could see plays before they happen, and that's what I called Nikola Jokic.
Okay, you played there for 10 years in the 80s. The best player that you played against or guarded or tried to guard was who?
Michael Jordan, without a doubt. The debate that this guy or LeBron or somebody else, it's Michael Jordan. Just incredible.
Do you have any good memories, or are they mostly bad memories when you're guarding Jordan?
I just switch.
Help!
It's somebody else.
But you were guarding centers, and what are you, 6'7", 6'8"?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
what are you doing guarding Ewing and Kareem and Olajuwon?
Well, that's a little bit of the crazy coach I had, Doug Moe. Doug doesn't get enough credit for being the original. I call him the original of small ball. I mean, Doug had a philosophy: if you can't match up with your centers on their centers, you just do something different. Make them. So we ran like beat the bandits. So if ball go through the zoom, get down the other end and try to score real quick and get a good shot, and then just hope they miss on the other end.
Bird would always get upset if a white guy guarded him. He would even say to a teammate of the guy guarding him, "I can't believe you guys have a white guy guarding me." Did he talk trash to you?
Well, there's a famous podcast by oh gosh, I'm brain locking, Byron Scott, I think, and he made mention to me in that, but he got my name wrong, first off. And second off, I don't remember that ever happening against Larry Bird. But then again, Larry was one of the guys I liked to guard because, I averaged maybe 8 points a game. I was the defensive, but when I guard Bird, I could run the other way and I get 12, 15, 18 points. I felt like I had a good game.
Because he wasn't guarding you the way you were trying to guard him.
Well, yeah. A, yes, and B, Larry wasn't the fastest guy in the world, so we just ran the heck out of it.
Give me the guy that might surprise us that was greater than what we may remember.
Oh, over the years, wow.
That you played against.
Oh boy, Dan, that's a great question. Golly, I mean, most of the guys I guarded were just great in a sense. I mean, barring injury, David Robinson was such a unique player because his skill level, his speed, his quickness, ability to shoot, block shots, he played the whole game. Yeah, David Robinson, they won with Duncan. They won titles. But, yeah, I marveled at his ability.
Great to talk to you. I know tough to get up after a game like that, literally and figuratively, to talk about what happened there as the series shifts to Minneapolis. But good to catch up with you, Billy. Thank you for joining us.
Great day. Happy to be on with you anytime. Great show.
That's Bill Hanzlik, Altitude Sports, and he's been an analyst there for quite some time and former player and coach with the Nuggets.